have Abhilash also within the team. Quick introduction to Ave. Ave has been a senior HR leader across regions, across companies, across large leading organizations and making an impact on the way people culture is built through. We thought we'll have a quick fireside session with you. Abhilash leads our youth council and potentially also is a key element of making impacts with young people, where we do a lot of global internships, where we are skilling young youth who are integral to the way we operate, build structures. Abhilash, welcome to the group. And I think it's a good idea to have a one-on-one conversation about what it is. Ave, why don't you start with what has been your most exciting journey in your career to build on your clarity of contributing in the people ecosystem? What has been the most memorable moment or moments for you?
Yeah, so I have a long inning in HR, been working with the organizations from across industries and from across geographies for last 27 years, and have traveled across the HR verticals, right from talent acquisition to working on talent management and culture, organization development, leadership, coaching. All these things over last so many years, I believe that had converted me into a person who has now more passion for people than anything else, and would like to uh, use the people potential for any business to take it to the maximum potential. And given this circumstances, how to enable the processes in the organization to ensure that people are performing at their best. And adding to that, couple of organizations, those who are known as a very fast-paced organizations and global organizations like Amazon, LG, or Aptara, where I have worked in very early days of my career. Sorry, not early days of my career, but early days of their entry into the India. So that also helped me in understanding the nuances of the business and how the businesses can be scaled up with the support of the people, and how you build the fabric of your people management into the business. I think that is something which is the game changer for any organization, and how you build that culture. It's not just limited to your salary and benefits and roles and promotions, but it is also an ingredient where you have to work a lot on making a very fine work-life balance, creating the leadership pipeline, making the career management, making employees honor of their own career and supporting them, coaching them, mentoring them in terms of providing the job flexibility, role flexibility. Nowadays, of course, the work from home culture, so flexibility to work from anywhere, and also creating a very caring relationship at the workplace among the colleagues, among the leaders and the employees. I think that is something which creates a lot of impact in generating the productivity and efficiency in the organization, and that is what create a difference, that which organizations are uh, uh, claimed to be good organizations, or the organizations which cannot grow that fast.
Who has been an inspiration to you, Ave, as a leader? Maybe someone who's been a mentor, maybe someone who has deeply impacted your life, which you always get inspired with when you are building teams or inspiring other people. Who comes to your mind as a leader?
When you work as a HR leader in the organization, and that too when as an individual you have a lot of passion for the people, you always look for a leader who support that philosophy, who support
Mm,
your
mm,
mindset
mm.
in that. And I've been lucky enough. I can't limit my choice to only one. And at different point in time in my career, I was lucky to have couple of people, those who really inspired me on different aspects of people management. maybe to name a few, like I worked with a very long time, the then MD of LG India, Mr. KR Kim. Okay, and the way he made the LG established and grew from nowhere to it, almost 10,000 crore in just 10 years. I think that is a big story, and that too, not only creating the business, but also creating a business where people also feel proud of being part of the organization, and they have built their career out of there. Okay, and a passion for people in terms of working on their growth. So one thing which I always remember, which the clear message for the HR people or the managers from the KR Kim, that you take care of your employees, they will take care of our business. And I think that punchline is something which always was the basic philosophy of LG's growth in India.
What has been your perspective on saying that is mission important, values important, or vision important? What has been your construct of recognizing and how you drive these things? What is important from your perspective?
So without values, you cannot drive any vision or mission. Okay, that is the integral part of your fabric. And if your values are not strong, so I've done a lot of work on making the values part of the DNA of the organization and how to inject that values into the blood of the employees and every stakeholders. I think that is.
Can you elaborate?
So maybe I can give you one example. When I was the global CHRO of Newland Laboratories, and we devised 5 core values for the organization, and we wanted those values to be practiced by all 1,200 employees across the globe. Okay, and right from the manufacturing plants to R&D center to our business teams and sales teams and all. So what we started creating a lot of role plays around those values. We started involving employees in creating those role plays, some kind of scripts writing, some kind of gamification of those values at the workplace, and then creating those videos and playing all those videos in cafeterias and all the receptions and all, not only for employees, but those who come to our organization, they also understand that, yeah, these are the values which they are being, and then creating the value weeks, value months, kind of a thing, that maybe one particular value you focus on for the entire month, and then create the champions, value champions, and all those kind of things. When you are very clear in your focus that yes, these values are important for the growth of my organization, I must ensure that each employee is following that. Okay.
How does core values which you're trying to drive resonated within the employee side of it? As a leader, you obviously define it, you build that culture top bottom. How do you make sure that the bottom also is living those values? How do you build that?
Yeah, so maybe Amazon is a beautiful example. Okay, like the entire, right from hiring to entire employee life cycle management happens around the leadership principles, the 14 leadership principles which they have devised. Okay, so right from your hiring to your performance management to your goals, your task, your relationship with the colleagues and employees, all being evaluated on those leadership principles, and that is how it becomes part of the DNA of the organization. So
right.
That is something which has to be inbuilt into the culture of the organization.
Okay, interesting. And how have you seen culture making an impact on potential success? Does culture help you also when you're not succeeding?
Yeah, so culture is something like a culture of resilience, the culture of challenging environment, or maybe the couple of and the culture of the biggest thing is a relationship between the colleagues and employees and leaders. I think that is something which comes very handy at the time of crisis. We all have seen this pandemic coming, and then how beautifully most of the organizations they have converted their leaders, their communication channels into the synergy, and converted the success stories out of it. So how your personal bondings between the colleagues and employees are there in the organization, how you use that opportunities of being personal with the people, and how you keep yourself without any kind of ego and how humble you are at the workplace. Maybe I remember in one of my organization when I was facing a lot of issues in aligning the different silos of the leaderships, and that time the engagement theory which came out to very handy as a HR leader to uh, create the culture was like people have to start like each other. So I created a lot of informal forums. So I think that is something which works very well. So why do we create a lot of informal forums? So that people should create some kind of a personal bonding, and that personal bonding will help organizations in creating more workplace synergies. And if two people don't like each other, how will they gel and how will they work productively at the workplace? So how to create that synergy, how to create that liking for each other, how to create that personal bonding. I think that matters a lot, and I'm a firm believer of that, that you have to create that kind of a culture where people must like each other.
What is one mistake we often talk about leadership? What is one mistake leaders often make, and especially from a people ecosystem? And what is one mistake that the young entrant to the workforce also makes? If avoided, can make a really good standpoint. So that will be great if you can give some perspective on that.
I'll give you only one word answer: listening.
Listening.
People have to improve, whether they are the CEOs or they are the young entrants. The only problem which I found that they don't want to listen to the other part of the story. If you can improve your listening skills, if you can understand the other part of the story of the person, and if you empathize with that, I think you can create many success stories.
What advice would you give to young leaders today, apart from listening, to say that, these are some things which one should recognize over a period of time and work on it even if they don't currently consume it? What is those couple of advices that you would like to give? Maybe just two of them.
Yeah, so understand for young people, I'll say that now young people are entering into both kind of organizations, startups and as well as the mature organizations. So I'll give two different kind of advice. For the mature organization, yes, understand the organization. The organization has grown over a period of time and they must have a legacy, they must have a culture. Understand that and see that how can you imbibe that and how can you make the further changes from there, or how can you contribute to make it a better organization. And for startups, definitely don't allow your enthusiasm to come down. There will be a lot of failures, and I think that applies for every youngster, that facing the failures and creating them as a learning incident for the success stories. I think that is my clear message to all of them.
Abhilash, would you want to pick something up?
Definitely, yeah. So honestly, there have been many points that Mr. Abhay Kapoor has mentioned, and I've been smiling all throughout. Specifically, when you mentioned, I need to emphasize this, wherein the phrase you used, which is you look after the people and they will look after your business. That was a very key point that I picked up. And your passion towards HR, people, so really inspiring. So also I've picked up the point where you did mention about in startups, keep your enthusiasm up, and while in mature organizations you need to focus on building understanding the organization, which is very important. And I have one question to Mr. Abhay Kapoor, if that's okay. May I?
Yes.
Yes. So, sir, one question would be, when you hire young people, what is expected? What is expected by you? What do you expect out of them? What do they bring to the table?
Yeah, so when we look at the young people, we definitely look at the potential, what potential they can bring it to the table and how they will make my organization grow and create the difference. And every time we hire somebody, in the organization. We are not hiring a headcount, or we are not hiring somebody to fill a role. We definitely try to hire a person who can create some kind of a uniqueness, who can bring some difference in the organization, which my organization is lacking or my team is lacking. So I think that uniqueness is something which we always look forward, and definitely track record. So I firmly believe that a person who is committed to his task, that makes a lot of difference. So how the person has been through his student life, and how he has committed himself to the task, as, like maybe what kind of projects he has done, or what kind of studies that person has done, and how what kind of a career he want to make, and what knowledge that person has earned to make that career successful. So that commitment is also important, whichever profession the person chooses to.
Yeah, I think to add to that, what Abhay is saying is that I think the ability to recognize constant learning, especially when you are young, has to be consistent. I'll use the phrase "stay hungry, stay foolish." It's not only about figuring out things which are objective towards a transaction. You can always be very close to the objective, and sometimes too early on figuring out an objective is not always good, because you need to cut across various objectives to really recognize where you stand, what has been your strength, and how can you contribute to the overall perspective. Because just like Abhay said, it's not about a head count, it's about what you bring to the table, and that never changes. Even when Abhay today looks at hiring senior leadership, it's about what they bring on the table. And today, ability to be clear about what you can bring on the table is very, very, very important. And I think that is a critical augmentation about young leaders, where I will take off on the closing conversation, talk about making sure that people listen, making sure that there is a core focus on value, and making sure that people do multiple things and have patience, if I may use that word. Uh, Super. Thank you so much for coming in. Abhay, we have multiple sessions. I'll speak to you offline. And thank you for joining us and giving our young team the perspective of something which will stay with them for a long, long time. Thank you so much, and wish you well. Have a good evening. Good day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts. I hope that makes some relevance to the young people as well as the senior people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look forward.
Thank you.